Settings.
Are we going?
Yes.
No, that's not it.
Alrighty.
Patrick, what podcast is this?
Welcome to the McDonCast, the funnest podcast in town.
Yeah, woo!
Hi, everybody. We're back.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the McDonCast, the funnest and only podcast around. Still, in months. This format's not that difficult, people.
Maybe
More
that's
people
why
can
no
make
one
podcasts.
listens to this.
Maybe it's because this just hasn't been popularized yet.
The format
else
is
is doing
is too innovative and unique. It's
Exactly. There's just not enough people doing podcasts.
I know, just people talking and chilling.
More people need to be like us. Joe Rogan, I feel like he'd be really good at this.
I don't think he'd be like.
I feel like the H3H3 YouTube channel should rebrand their entire media presence to be just like this.
I think they should do like 7 or 8 of these a week.
Oh, definitely.
All
They
4
would
hours
not
long and all
oversaturate
just
at
as
all.
boring.
With no, and stop doing those celebrity interviews. No one liked those. Just the 6 of them yelling about politics mostly.
That's
That
who
would
I
be a
listen
great-
to.
That would be a great change in pace from their regular format.
Anyway,
Yeah, you
that's right.
gotta think about it,
They
dude.
they wouldn't even have to think about it.
You don't even gotta think about it. Okay. Anyway, they use that soundbite on their own podcast of Steven Crowder saying, "You don't even gotta think about it, dude."
I mean, it's a great soundbite.
It's a great soundbite
You gotta think about it.
of someone else making
Do they
fun
notice
of them.
that they're making fun of them, right?
It's I don't think they thought too hard about it when they.
I mean, I know they're not the brightest bunch.
Hey, Zach with his red fingernails he's popping off, bro. His guitar. Have you heard his guitar solos?
Anyway, welcome to the McDoncast, the podcast for news.
The news, only news. No one else has been making
There's
news
no other
ever.
news going on
We are the
besides what we
first
talk about.
Person to both have a video and audio version of the news ever in history.
Right, and it's the news that you should care about. It's the only news going on
There's
right now.
no news other than this.
Okay, but we should
Anyways,
probably start getting into
Let's
the
actually
docket.
start. We've been wasting like 5 minutes of time.
We didn't
Okay.
waste any time. We don't waste time.
That's right. No one else is
All
doing
right,
this.
as
How
a
can we
brief
waste time?
preview, what do we got going on here? Horizon Call of the Mountains spinoff going to VR. We got some John Wick news. We got some Harry Potter news. We got some Keanu Reeves news. We got some Cobra Kai reviews. So many things going past us, Max.
Got some DCEU talk. This
Tucker.
is gonna be big, boys. If you're a Zack Snyder fan, you will not like this. All right,
If you aren't a Zack Snyder fan, you will continue to remain neutral.
and not see any of the DC movies.
Yes, because you are a regular human being who values your time. Anyways. All right, let's start off. Horizon Call of the Mountains spinoff for PlayStation VR. This is wrong, Tucker. There we go. You idiot. You imbecile. How could you have made a mistake this big? There's supposed to be a 2 after that. You buffoon.
There is.
Were you not paying attention? Okay, you know, so the PlayStation had their event at CES, right? The Computer Entertainment Expo, something like that, right? Who knows? Point is, it's when a bunch of companies show off their new stuff. Usually, like more like Intel, AMD, like computer hardware
They
companies.
put all their big inventions that will never actually make it to the public out.
Well, no, most of them do. This is just when they announce new CPUs and stuff. Anyways, PlayStation had an event there, and they announced the PlayStation VR 2, which is their new PlayStation VR console headset peripheral thing that goes with the PlayStation 5, as well as a new game, which will be coming out exclusively for PSVR 2, which sounds like a droid from Star Wars. And it is going to be called Horizon Call of the Mountain, which is a spin-off of Horizon Zero Dawn,
No fries.
which is a video game for the PlayStation. Did you get all that? That makes sense to you?
You know what? I'm glad that PlayStation sticks with the numbers. It's easier to keep track.
Mhm.
Xbox sticks with the numbers, but in the dumbest way possible.
Or they just don't
We start
stick
with
numbers.
no numbers, and then we go straight to 360, and then we go back to 1, and then we go
And then we just remove
drop the numbers, and now there's a
Now
series,
it's a variable.
and we're on number X
or S,
or S at the same time.
X means 10.
Xbox One X.
which is different
Not
than the
the
Xbox
The
Series
Xbox
X.
One or the Xbox Series.
So,
X.
yeah, I mean, there's no confusion in their branding whatsoever.
No. It was not intentionally done that way.
Is
How
the
dare
PlayStation
you.
5 the 5th one?
Yes.
There we go. Xbox should copy that.
They should copy that naming scheme. It works. It works.
Call the next one the Xbox 6 or whatever we're on. Xbox 5.
The Xbox 5. Everyone loves the Xbox 5. Alrighty. In business news, Square Enix president in a public letter states that all Square Enix will pursue that Square Enix will henceforth pursue NFTs and related technology as a means of promoting self-sustaining game growth. So I don't know what that means, but what I do understand is they saw money. Money. Yes, money. Yes, how do we make the money? Sell nothing to people online? Yeah, let's do that.
I think they went. We could probably just sell screenshots for like Cloud
We
from
can sell
Final Fantasy.
screenshots of Kingdom Hearts and make billions.
Go take a picture of John over there. That's coming.
That's an NFT now.
It's an NFT, guys. I minted
Take a
it.
picture of the toilet. The Square Enix toilet NFT. Charge $300,000.
It's
You
5
told me
Ethereum.
Take out a mortgage on your house for a picture of a toilet.
You tell me that anyone got this image?
No. Right-clicking and hitting save as, illegal. No.
But it's non-fungible.
Oh, speaking of which, Patrick, you know how you can do a inspect element and change aspects of like a website?
Yeah, on like Chrome and stuff.
Yeah, did you see? I think it was North Dakota or Nebraska, some like state in the Midwest is outlawing doing inspect element on websites because it's hacking.
It literally only changes it on your machine and
if
for
it-
no one else.
It's literally they're just outlawing hitting Control I
Why?
because lawmakers don't understand how internet works.
Because lawmakers are 97 years old, right? And they were using their computer because their grandkids were trying to show them a YouTube video or something.
Mhm.
And they accidentally hit Control I. And it came up and it was a weird looking screen. And the old man was like, I don't know what this is. I think I hacked into the system. This is bad. If somebody does this, they could hack the US government. And they were like, all right, we got to shut this down. So they went to their their other 90-year-old friends. And they went, we got to shut down this internet thing. And they went, what's the internet?
Yeah, I mean, you would imagine it would have already been a problem. Like there would be people would be draining bank accounts everywhere. It'd be all
Yeah.
kind of issues if this was real.
I think the politicians would be able to find cases of it if they knew how to use the internet.
Johnny, what is John J. Food? What is John J. Food?
Uh,
I don't know how to do that.
I don't even know what you're talking about. What is John J.
So,
Foot?
just for
What
you
is
listeners,
that?
Max is talking, but
He's talking about John J. Foot, which is something I've never heard of. What on earth is that? What? Okay. That's it for gaming news. Not a lot. Wait, was there any Fortnite news this week?
There was like no news this week.
Hang on. Yeah, I didn't type it all the way. I'm busy. Okay. Here we go. No, that's not happened yet. What happened? Here we go. What's new in the item shop? We got this guy. In Fortnite news, this guy's in the game now.
Meeting our weekly quota.
Woo! Fortnite news. We love that guy. All right. Anyways,
We don't know.
who knows? Who cares? Moving on to TV news. We got a new Peacemaker trailer. So if you're a big fan of the DCEU and their second attempt of Suicide Squad, particularly the post-credits scene featuring only Peacemaker, this is for you. You're going to be so excited about this. Tucker, why don't you tell them what they've won?
You know John Cena?
My favorite comedian slash actor
Pro wrestler.
Remember
slash
how-
spokesman for the Chinese government.
Of course, yes. We love you. We love you, China. You know how he shot a bunch of people in that movie, that the Suicide Squad? Gonna do that more, but now he's gonna do it on TV.
Wow, amazing, incredible.
And will this work of art, this masterpiece, be available to stream?
Oh, yes, exclusively on HBO Max.
Which everyone who has AT&T has, and that's about it. Everyone else does not have it.
What's our next item on the docket?
HBO and HBO Max had a combined total of 73.8 million subscribers by the end of 2021.
What's that? How's that compared to the other industry leaders?
Hey Siri.
It's like, is that good?
Hey Siri. All right, it's not working.
So Netflix has about 230 million. Disney Plus, I believe, has 150.
People are on Netflix.
And Disney Plus has 118 million. So 207 million for
207
Netflix.
million. That's a lot.
118 million for Disney Plus, and then our boys at HBO Max have 73.8.
Almost half of that with their
Wow.
combined two services.
They're doing so good. So congrats to
And
them.
Whenever
Hey,
they
it's
do
more than
numbers,
Apple.
whenever they do numbers for HBO Max, they always put it with HBO.
Mhm.
And HBO by itself, I think, has like 30 or 40. So track that.
Well, they're about the same. Why would you be subscribed to regular HBO at this point?
Old people.
Just by accident?
Yeah. The 8 people who still have cable.
Like,
They all bought 10.
what would be the point of that?
The
You're not connected.
All right, John Wick 4. That's it for TV news.
Okay, anyway. Just
Now we're into the bulk of this. We sped through the other sections.
For HBO, real quick. What that shows, so if you scroll up for me, Patrick, please. Last time they gave out numbers was at like the start of last year.
Mhm.
It was about 67 million.
Ooh.
So a whole year
Maxime has to catch it back over here.
of July. Okay, never mind.
Tucker.
Raised got 3 million news.
From July of last year. So that's 3 million new subscribers since the launch of Matrix on HBO, Suicide Squad on HBO, King Richard on
HBO's
HBO,
only going to get worse next year. 'Cause
Young
it doesn't have day-and-date
Justice.
releases anymore.
Titans, Doom Patrol. All of their they're supposed to be like big hitting original content, and they gained 3 million subscribers.
Which is $15 a month, assuming none of those are free trials and or from AT&T.
No,
That is,
you can't get a free trial on HBO Max.
yeah, okay, so let's convert
in
that
the
to
third-
dollars. That's what, roughly...
In the third quarter of last year, they lost subscribers. So that's cool. Cool for them.
That happened because those free movies on HBO Max thing ran out,
Mhm.
and people were like, "I don't need this no more."
Yeah, because that was one of their big features, is that they had day-and-date releases.
And also, they launched a cheaper tier. HBO Max, I believe its normal price is $15 a month. It's stupid expensive.
Mhm.
They launched a ad-supported tier for $10 a month,
Wow.
which is one, already too high, and two, that did not help at all.
So the Hulu cost with ads is $7. So it's less than half of the price of getting HBO Max with ads,
No.
and it has more stuff.
HBO Max with ads is $10.
Yeah, or so it's significantly cheaper,
Yeah.
and it's worse. They don't even have Friends anymore.
On Hulu?
No, on HBO Max.
They never did.
That's
I
their
don't think.
flagship show.
Do they still have Friends?
Yeah.
Peacock didn't steal. Peacock's stealing everything.
Peacock did not steal Friends.
How's Peacock doing?
Peacock is doing okay because their subscription service is free. They have The Office, Patrick. They have Yellowstone.
No, they have that prequel.
That's the most watched cable program that's scripted on cable television.
Didn't they have that one show about the airplane?
Manifest?
Yeah.
JJ the Jet Plane?
That show got canceled and Netflix picked it up.
I would.
Did you watch that show, Patrick?
No,
Are you going to watch that show?
not even.
Patrick, you didn't watch JJ the Jet Plane? I'm offended.
I don't think anybody watched that but us. I don't even think that was a show. I think
has seen JJ
I
the
don't
Jet
think that was a show. I think there was just something in our milk. Anyway, Sam, what's going on with Keanu Reeves' newest film that isn't The Matrix, a movie no one saw?
Well, There's a fourth one.
What is it?
John Wick 4.
Wow.
So much like The Matrix, he is now in a movie where he plays a dude that shoots dudes, and it has 4 movies in it.
It's incredible that it took The Matrix 22 years to make 4 movies, and John Wick, like,
Decades.
6.
Yep. So if you like Keanu Reeves shooting dudes,
It's just so good that they keep making them, and they're gonna get to like 10 of them before they stop.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Mission Impossible. They'll just keep doing it until the lead actor kills himself.
Is that why they stopped making those?
No, they're still making them.
Oh, great.
Because Tom Cruise hasn't killed himself yet.
That's awesome.
I think there was rumors that it was reported that the stunt he was like training to do. You know how in one of them he held onto an airplane as it was like taking off.
Yeah.
He was training to do that, but he was like, it was like a biplane. He was training to fall out of the biplane, grab onto the side, the biplane do a spin in the air, and then him jump back into the seat.
I'm sure that
And they
that's...
couldn't just fake this.
No, they very easily could. He just
demands that they don't.
No, the Mission Impossible thing is that's what they're like marketed on. Is like all these big superhero movies, they all have like big superheroes, right? Mission Impossible, they have like one big stunt a movie. Like the last one was he hung onto a helicopter.
and fell into another helicopter.
It has to be real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because Tom Cruise wants to die. The one before that, it was the airplane. He held onto the airplane. The one before that, he climbed the tallest building in the world for a little bit, like freehand. And then the one before that, he got blown up and hit a car.
We just gotta appreciate how incredible Tom Cruise is.
Mhm.
He's so good.
He's only alive and only looks so good because he made that deal with Xenu.
Yep. Who, by the way, is the prime deity of the
Scientology.
religion.
Patrick does not know how to spell Tom Cruise. I just like to point that out. 59 years old. Still trying to die.
60-year-old man jumping out of helicopter.
Oh, really? Top Gun Maverick comes out in June 2020. TomCruise.com?
Hasn't updated his website in so long.
Why is his website not secure from viruses?
Don't know.
Anyway.
He's only 5'7".
I'm taller than Tom Cruise. That's good to know.
I'm 5 inches taller than Tom. No, I'm 6 inches taller than Tom Cruise. I bet you could beat him up. That's right, with your big trombone muscles.
He probably wears those shoes Robert Downey Jr. wears that like increases height by like 6 inches.
Right. Yeah, but
He probably wears those.
Robert Downey Jr. is just so cool also.
Have you seen? Look up his shoes, Patrick. Or actually, I'll do it.
Tom Cruise has been divorced 3 times. What a cool guy.
Awesome.
His wife left him because he's a weirdo.
Look at these shoes, you guys. Look at. I'm having a. There we go. Why does it do that? Why does it zoom
I don't
in
know
on the
why.
hyperlink
I
when I
hate
want
Google.
to zoom in on a picture? Look at it. You can see in the back of there. Like, look how tall this shoe is. There's like 3 inches of sole right there.
Yep.
Thank you, Max.
It's really good that you guys can't hear him
There
right
he is
now.
again with the like. Look how weird
Combo
those
shoes.
You can tell that there's just like
And
a
you can
slow-
Sam, if you could scroll up a little bit, you can tell by the background that it appears he was on Ellen.
Yes, that's probably what this is from. Ellen noticed, by the way, she is not wearing platform
Meaning
shoes.
that he was so insecure about his height compared to Ellen that he was like, I gotta wear
And
the
he has
platforms.
like several different versions of these shoes too. Like, look,
He
there's-
probably has
there's
300
some
pairs of
different
these
color
custom
versions.
made.
He only wears these like ridiculous shoes that increases height
But
by
he's
like 5
super
inches.
insecure about his height. What are we talking about John Wick for?
Anyways, John Wick 4 is coming out. You
This
guys.
is what happens when we are out of we don't have stuff.
People like it more this way. Probably, maybe.
I
Leave
feel-
a dislike if you don't like it this way.
Ah,
Oh,
losers!
wait, you can't.
You
idiot.
You can't leave
Loser.
a dislike.
Leave a
but
dislike on YouTube's video. On
You can give us some watch time.
You know what you can do is give us a like on the video. Okay, at least to get our attention. All right, even if you don't like it,
All right,
leave a like,
here's what you can do.
and then drop an angry comment on a different video,
leave
not
a
this one
comment,
because we
leave a
turn
comment
comments
that
off.
says dislike button, and then like that comment if you want to dislike the video.
That's right. Or we'll leave a comment.
And we won't delete it.
No.
probably.
Here's what we'll do. We'll leave a comment, a pinned comment that says dislike button on it. And if you really don't like this video, you like that comment, okay?
Or you could also just press like this.
You didn't hear that. There's no dislike button.
So
It's gone.
if the point of the dislike button was to like shield people's feelings, but they can still go into Creator Studio and then look at their dislike.
All right, moving on. Shut up, Patrick. Don't question them.
Don't question government
It's to help
too.
small creators like us.
All tech companies are just
I
government
had
too.
depression until YouTube took away the dislike button.
YouTube removed that dislike button and bada bing, bada boom, depression gone.
Sam can't spell Michael or Keaton.
I didn't write Michael Keaton.
That was not me.
Mitchell Ketten.
Hey,
We're gonna-
Mitchell
not work on your keyboard.
Mitchell Ketten is the greatest
Mitchell
actor
Ketten.
of our time. Okay?
So good news, guys, is
Are we gonna pull up that John
well,
Forces verse?
no, no.
Oh, are we gonna
it's
do
fine.
that?
Let me talk about Mitchell Ketten while you guys do that. So Mitchell Ketten's officially confirmed to be Batgirl in the upcoming Batgirl movie.
No, he's not.
So that's good news.
Getting gender reassignment surgery. He's going method.
Here we are. Oh, wait.
Oh, not the audio.
Gotta watch it on this, because can't mute it on the YouTube app, YouTube. You buffoonic developers. Here we go.
That
All right.
makes sense to me.
We'll just have that run in the back. I don't even know if this is the new trailer. Honestly, it doesn't really
No,
matter.
it's just it was just to show that the date moved because we're supposed to come out this year, but now it's in March 24th, 2023.
Awesome.
Release date worldwide status chapter 4 because it's the fourth one.
We'll be seeing you. You won't, actually. I haven't seen the first three. I've seen none of them.
You're supposed to lie about it.
Well,
You're supposed to say, I am a John Wick
we pride
expert.
ourselves on our honesty. on
I've
this
seen
channel.
every movie ever made.
I'm not Red Letter Media. I don't have time for that.
They do.
Yeah, that's all they do. Unfortunately, I have things to do. They don't.
Well, you're not a 50-year-old man in Milwaukee
It's
where there's only two things to do, which is be cold and drink beer.
And watch movies.
And maybe that, if you're not dead from the beer or the cold.
Oh, Mom, I'm watching Morbius this
So-
time today.
My friend who's also named Patrick is from Minnesota, and he's
What?
back in Minnesota. He's like, I'm going ice skating today. It's -4. I'm like, great, good for you.
Tell him you're going to the beach.
I'm going to Texas where it's 85 on Christmas.
Oh, Texas. Anyway, what Michael Keaton, or how Sam says it, Michael Keaton, Mitchell Keaton. He's officially been confirmed to appear in the Batgirl movie, which is the HBO Max exclusive film about Batgirl. He will be playing Batman, as he did in the movie in 1989 and in 1992.
So that means the 50 million subscribers that HBO Max had, 70-ish million,
Somewhere
around there, can all ignore this movie.
No, Patrick, you have to watch it. Yes. Brendan Fraser is Firefly.
This is the definitive.
J.K. Simmons is Commissioner Gordon.
This
He is?
movie was half good.
Yup.
They would have put this movie out in theaters.
They scrapped all the other Snyderverse casting except for J.K. Simmons as Commissioner Gordon.
J.K. Simmons just
A man
isn't-
who had a total of 45 seconds of
he
screen
just
time in
isn't
Justice
allowed
League.
to like leave roles.
He's 74 years old.
Mhm.
They're making him play Commissioner Gordon.
He was J. Jonah Jameson.
Police have a mandatory retirement age. This doesn't even make sense.
What's the mandatory police retirement age?
I don't have internet access right now.
Well, Patrick, use your phone. Where's
Patrick,
your phone?
stop looking at pictures of J.K. Simmons with muscles. wait, come out. Scroll up. How old is he? I want to confirm this. Oh, he's only 66. Never mind, he could do it. He's taller than Tom Cruise. And he's been divorced less times.
How many times has he been divorced?
Not even once.
Awesome, good for him. You know, does he have kids?
If he does, the world doesn't know about them. Oh, no, yeah, he does. He has 2.
What are their names?
Olivia and Joe.
What are they in?
Nothing. They've smartly stayed out of
Oh,
Hollywood.
they're in something. They got
They're-
me in something.
I mean,
It just
oh, wow, what an all-star.
Is that a knockoff of Grumpy Old Men?
Anyway, let's stop talking about J.K. Simmons' wife. Sam, are you excited for Batgirl?
Is anyone excited for Batgirl?
The people who made Batgirl are excited for Batgirl.
Their family, probably.
Yes. No, you have to have artificial excitement for everything that a comic book company slaps onto a screen.
I don't.
Yeah, you do.
Whoa, is that a superhero that I know?
You saw that when you were a kid, and now you love it.
I've not seen any Batgirl movies when I was a kid.
That's because Batgirl never had a movie because she was too lame.
And Batman was already a character.
Batwoman got a show before Batgirl even appeared in a movie.
Now,
Oh, that's not true. Batman and Robin.
There was that animated Wonder
She was
Woman.
in that.
Where was she? Wait. Batman and Robin was a movie that came
That
out.
was a movie that came out. George Clooney was
No,
Batman.
the Birds of Prey TV show. That's where it
Barbara
was at.
Gordon Oracle was in that, but Batgirl was not.
Sucks to be Batgirl.
Next on the docket.
Yeah, because she got shot in the spine and disabled.
Sucks to be Batgirl.
You think they're gonna do? They're not gonna do
They're
that.
not gonna do
I'm not
that.
even gonna say that. They're not gonna do it.
You don't have. They don't have the
Well-
balls. Get it?
Good one.
They don't have balls. That's the joke.
Anyways,
Women don't have balls.
anyways,
Sorry, hey, correction. The
Because no
majority
one
of
can hear
women
you.
statistically do not have balls.
Yes. To
Although
to clarify.
some do. Okay,
Most do not.
that's yes, but some do. Like Patrick.
What? Patrick,
anyways, we're just gonna ignore that and move
Anyways,
on to the
moving on.
Harry Potter's
Harry Potter
20th
celebrates
anniversary.
his 20th anniversary. Did you see that clip of Emma Watson being like, "Oh man, kissing this guy was
I
the worst moment
did.
of my life," and he's just like, "Yeah." Man, I felt so bad for
Or
him.
that guy.
I don't remember his name.
I think his name's like Rupert Grint.
That's his actual name.
Anyways, though, it's like a new thing. So, most of the old cast is returning for this. And
Yeah, Rupert Grint.
yeah, Rupert Grint's in it.
Look at that man.
Wow, he's really glowed up. Oh wait, that's 2018. That's not even too long ago. Wow, he's dwarfed into a very hot man.
Well,
Okay, that makes sense.
oh wow, he was in Postman Pat the movie.
Oh, goody.
What a step up he had after that
Oh,
franchise.
his career went so far downhill.
Anyway,
He was in literally, like, I don't think anything after Harry Potter.
unlike
Emma
what's this
Watson's been in some
place?
stuff.
She has.
He was in Beauty and the Beast.
Daniel Radcliffe was in that gun movie and
He's on Broadway.
Yup.
Broadway, apparently.
Hey,
Oh, wasn't he only on Broadway in that Harry Potter musical, though?
no, he wasn't even in that.
Oh, he wasn't even in his own musical.
Nope.
That's unfortunate. Well, he was a child actor. That's
That's
sort
what
of-
they do.
That's sort of par for the course.
Patrick, have you seen a single Harry Potter movie?
I've actually seen all of them.
What?
I've seen all the Harry Potter movies.
Patrick's our resident
I'm a
expert.
hardcore fan. So, yeah, so I told myself I was going to watch the movie and then read the books so that way when I read the books it'd be like, getting extra surprises so I didn't run the movies. But then I decided that I don't want to read, and so I never read the books, so I've only seen the movies. I haven't seen any of the Fantastic Beast ones or whatever. Those ones are probably garbage. I'll be the expert.
I love it when people tell me, "Oh, I bet the Star Wars books are better than the movie," just because Harry Potter has books, and so they assume Star Wars also has books.
We
and you're
have
just like, no,
books. They're just not as good as the movie.
They're not related. They're not
Tell
the source material.
Tell them there is books, and then hand them a copy of like Rule of Two.
No, I'll just give them a copy of the Seven Samurai,
Yeah,
and then not
DVD.
the DVD copy.
The Seven Samurai. That and like a fistful of dollars. So just go watch these two and watch 2001: A Space Odyssey.
There you go.
That's your source material.
Now you understand.
Actually, no, I'll just give him a copy of Dune.
And go, George Lucas stole all his
And
ideas
be
from
just,
this.
Yeah, this is basically it. Yeah. Literally half of this is Star Wars.
So George and his friends did some cocaine.
they
And
were like,
they-
"Hey, what if Dune was more anime?" And then they made Star Wars. What if Dune had laser
what if
swords?
these stars were fighting?
What if these stars went to war?
Sam, Sammy Sam.
What's
We got
that?
some more news about your favorite movie that is
Oh,
coming out.
goody! Another
More
guy
Oppenheimer news.
joins the cast. Josh Hartnett joins the cast of Christopher Nolan's Oppenheimer. Guess what movie I don't care about?
Is it Oppenheimer?
Oh, it's still Oppenheimer.
This sounds interesting to me.
Why are we following the story of this biopic so closely?
Because it's Christopher Nolan.
So?
He's a big director.
He's got no line.
And?
He's the only guy who makes movies that isn't a comic book movie that people see anymore.
Except all those comic book movies he already made.
Well, he only made 3 of those.
People liked one of them. Sometimes.
People like 2 of them.
Sometimes.
And sometimes the 3rd one. But that's not the point. He also made Inception. And Tenet. And that other, the World War I, the Dunkirk.
Made Dunkirk?
Inception.
He did make everyone saw Inception. Or
he
people
did
at least
Inception.
pretend to have seen Inception.
Anyways.
Sam.
He's making... Another guy's added to the cast of his movie about a guy who made a bomb.
Yep.
Alrighty. Grady. Awesome.
This next piece of
Spaghetti.
news is really, really funny.
The Rock says
Okay,
that
so
he-
wait, I gotta set this up.
Yeah, backstory.
So, a few weeks ago, I think we even talked about it on the
Transition
show.
to backstory. There's no transition. Keep
Vin
going.
Diesel put out an Instagram post
Mhm.
of it was a post of a screenshot of, I believe, like Fast 5, and it was him
And the
standing,
Rock hugging, yeah.
and no, not hugging, standing next to each other.
Oh, awesome. Even
And the
better.
photo was crappily photoshopped to make Vin
No,
Diesel look physically larger than The Rock.
Not only that, but he also very clearly just had it on his TV and then zoomed in on his phone and took a picture of it. 'Cause this picture is like garbage. It's a horrible picture.
And the caption was this like long message
to The Rock.
to The Rock about how he promised Paul Walker before he died in a car accident.
Yes.
That was
Leveraging the death of
Yeah,
their
yeah.
friend.
and he had promised him that Fast and Furious 10, a movie that they had absolutely no plan on making at the time of his death,
Yes.
would be the biggest finale of the entire franchise, even though it's not even supposed to be the last one. There's gonna be one more after it.
Yes.
Right? And he said, "Oh, or actually, Patrick, you can probably just read the message
Yeah, yeah. You hand the mic
if
to
you
Patrick.
will. If you will like, go to the actual photo." What did you do, Patrick?
Oh, here.
Okay, here you go. Read it. Read it in your best Vin Diesel impression.
My little brother Dwayne, the time has come. The world awaits the final of Fast 10. Oh, finale. Shut up. As you know, my children refer to you as Uncle Dwayne. In my house, there is not a holiday that goes by that they don't don't send well wishes. But the time has come. Legacy awaits. I told you years ago that I was going to fulfill my promise to Pablo. I swore that we would reach, that we would reach and manifest the best fast in the finale. That is 10. I say this out of love. ... But you must show up. Do not leave the franchise idle. You have a very important role to play. Hobbs can't be played by no other. I hope that you rise.
To the occasion and fulfill your destiny.
Being in Fast.
Also, look at this picture. He's so clearly like stretched out. His head is like twice as wide as it's supposed to be. And The Rock's head looks tiny. His body's like compressed. Look at how flat this line is here. That's clearly not natural. This is just...
So Sam.
Good.
This will go down in history as one of the greatest Instagram posts of all time.
So, The Rock and Vin Diesel, of course, famously had their feud because they're both big, muscly men who think they're the coolest person on earth, and they were fighting with each other, right?
The only difference is The Rock is right, and Vin Diesel isn't the coolest guy.
And Vin Diesel's a moron. But Vin Diesel, The Rock had vowed not to come back to Fast and Furious, said he was done with it, and apparently, Vin Diesel and The Rock a few months ago had a private conversation where they were talking about him possibly coming back, and The Rock was like a little bit more open to it. And then out of the blue,
He was like, actually...
Vin Diesel
no.
put this post out, and so The Rock responded, and The Rock was like, "Yeah, this is
No.
weird and disingenuous."
Let's see, did he
This,
respond?
that,
Let's
is
look at
this
the comments.
beautiful world?
I don't want to log in.
Sam, is this beautiful world?
Oh, wait, I can see them.
You remember that video of Vin Diesel on that interview?
Oh yeah. Let's pull that up. Let's.
No, let's not.
Oh no.
We already played
No. Hang on.
It's so good. You just gotta put it up
We're
again.
gonna do it every week now.
Every week, this video comes back.
Beautiful.
He's spelling butterful.
There we go.
None of you can spell.
There we go. Here we are.
So beautiful. Go on, man. Tell me your story. Let's get out of here.
And to be, for context, this man is married at the time of this interview. He's still married, I believe.
Has multiple kids.
Has multiple children and is clearly drunk out of his mind, hitting on this poor news lady.
Not much. God, I love it. Look how beautiful she is. Thank you. God. Not yet.
Loud.
I'm anything like
What does that mean?
I'm anything like you.
God, look how beautiful she is. I think how am I supposed to get over here?
Oh, she's just so uncomfortable too. It's horrible. It's so hard to watch. Anyway.
Anyways,
become beautiful.
so The Rock was asked in an interview about how he felt about it. He was like, I didn't like that he brought up his kids. I didn't like that he brought up Paul Walker's death.
Super weird, my guy.
And he was like, I'm not coming back. They can do it without me. I don't care. Just leave me alone.
Just leave me out of it.
So what was like the instigating thing that caused their feud?
So according to The Rock and according to Vin Diesel, according to Vin Diesel, not The Rock. It was The Rock is that Vin Diesel was trying to direct him and get a better performance out of him. And The Rock was like, "You're Vin Diesel. What are you talking about, dude?"
No, so here we go. Later some online sleuths later deduced by some online sleuths to be Vin Diesel. Looks like they were just name calling each other on set.
They overall just didn't get along. They're both big, egotistical, muscly men who don't like other big,
Who are, in all honesty,
muscly,
probably
egotistical
on
men.
roids,
Uh-huh.
which just doesn't help.
So, Sam, are you disappointed that we will not see the return of Luke Hobbs?
I could not
For Fast
force
and
my
Furious
body
10.
physically to care less if I tried.
I'm so happy that I remembered that character's name.
I mean, we saw F9 and it was a phenomenal film.
It was
Lots of action, lots of
so
shooting,
good.
Lots-
Cars
cars in space,
Uh-huh.
all kinds of things.
and ladies in skimpy clothing. It was the ultimate movie for a 13-year-old boy.
I loved the part where there were explosions and gunshots.
I like the part where they drive that Pontiac Fiero into space. I like the
They're
part
empty.
where
There's none in there. Go have it if you want.
Patrick's gonna go raid
Patrick's
Sam's pantry.
gonna go open an empty container of goldfish, only to be disappointed.
So Sam, I know Fast and Furious 10. You were really
The rest
looking.
of the snacks are not mine. Do not take them. You can have popcorn. That one's mine. Or Doritos. That one's mine. The rest are not mine. Continues to steal someone else's food anyways. That's cool, Patrick.
Patrick is currently stealing Sam's
There, yeah, you can
roommate's
have those.
food.
They might be a little
Stale?
They might, yeah. Anyway,
Patrick, when did those?
October of what year, Patrick?
Last year.
Oh well, I told you they're
Wait,
not
wait,
good.
wait. 2021?
Yeah.
Don't eat them.
Not that old.
That's 3 months old.
Tucker, they're chips. They don't actually expire. They just get stale.
Yes, they do.
No, chips don't actually expire. They just get
How's-
stale.
They taste normal.
Yeah, that's what I'm
not
saying.
eating
They're
it.
just stale. That's the only difference.
Anyway,
Anyway.
Patrick eats his stale Doritos. Let's talk about
What are we
Beavis
going-
and Butthead.
Yeah, I saw the new. Okay, I went to lunch with Nick today,
Uh-huh.
and we went to Little Greek. And on the news, on the TV, it was TMZ, obviously, the best news network that we all love. And
A
adore.
real news. The only news network other than
And
us.
that is when I saw that Beavis and Butthead is coming back for a movie.
We already
on
knew they
Paramount Plus.
We already knew they were coming back, and we knew it was supposed to be like sometime around now.
Yeah.
But this is our first look at it.
And they are going to be adults. Let me see if I can pull up the art.
Yeah, you could probably just Google it.
I don't know how to spell Beavis.
Iron.
No, not gut.
Probably August. July.
Yeah. Here it is. Here we are. So that's what they originally like. This is what they're gonna look like in the new movie.
Yeah, so they're fat and old now.
They're old. Well, one of them's fat. The other one's just old. So, how much do we want to talk about? There's not a whole lot to talk about here.
Well, it tracks.
We have not seen any of the original Beavis and Butthead, nor do I have any desire to see any of the original.
You don't want to sign up for Paramount Plus?
No, I do not. I don't know why they thought that this would bring vitality to their platform.
I think they're supposed to do a movie and then like go straight up like.
That'd be so cool. Anyways, awesome. Yeah, they're fat and old now. Thanks for that.
Mm-hmm.
Paramount Plus needs.
They need a big hit because they signed South Park away to HBO Max for some dumb reason.
Yeah, that was a good choice. All right, business time. Black Widow is the most pirated. 20. What? I assume this is supposed to say movie right there. Was the most pirated movie 20 million times last year.
No.
Was
Black Widow.
Read the whole sentence.
Was pirated 20 million times last year, losing Disney over $600 million in revenue.
Carla Johansson again.
Who keeps track of that?
And it was,
how do you know that?
It was reported in Deadline, which is like actual like.
But how do you like know that?
I don't know. I don't know how.
If you can know that, why haven't they stopped that?
Same reason that like piracy websites exist at all.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Because everyone knows that there's piracy. Hollywood knows what all the piracy websites are. They just can't stop them.
Piracy, still bad. Thank you, Tucker.
So that's a lot of money.
Yep. All right, Morbius delayed until April 1st. Oh, no.
Sadness. This is a travesty of all proportions.
Not Morbius.
Patrick, what are we going to do?
Cry.
Morbius is gone.
What are we gonna do without Dr. Michael Morbius at your service? He says it's like he's such a nice guy.
But like, so this is the 7th time this movie's been delayed. 7th time.
7th time.
I can find the dates if you want. I'm gonna read them all out to you, Patrick.
Yes.
All right, let me pull them up real quick. Morbiman. Okay, no, that's not it. I'll find
Morbiman. That's his name.
That's his real name. Is
Morbiman. So
Morbiman.
Yeah. Oh, I love how they marketed this trailer. A new Marvel legend.
It's not a legend if it's new.
And it's barely a Marvel character.
Well, he technically is a Marvel character.
Oh, he's a Marvel character, but no one knows who he is.
No one knew who
he... Yeah.
I love him.
Say Marvel.
was.
Who would see it?
Okay. So, Morbius, the movie. Okay. Originally, it was supposed to release July 10th of 2020. Okay. It then moved to July 31st of the same year of 2020. Then COVID-19 happened. Delayed all the way to March 19th, 2021.
Mm-hmm.
Still COVID. They delayed it again to October 8th, 2021.
Yes.
Then they moved Venom 2 to October, and so they pushed Morbius back to January 21st of 2022.
Yes.
And then someone, I guess, like lost the Blu-ray for a little bit, and it got delayed a week to July 28th. Not July, January 28th. And then they decided that the movie sucked balls, and they wanted to drown it, and so they moved it to April 1st, 2022.
Yes.
So this movie's done, right? It's made.
Yeah.
Patrick, this movie was filmed...
Has been for about a year.
Like 4 years ago? 4 years ago now.
So yeah, that's fun.
It was supposed to be the second movie in the Spum. Now it will be the third.
I love this.
That's awesome.
We all love the Spum.
Everyone loves the
Cannot
Spum.
wait for vague connections to Spider-Man. And also,
No, they took the C off. They took the C off.
Wait, we talked about that.
Yeah, now
Yeah.
it's the Spider-Man universe. I think it's just the Spider-Man universe.
The
universe
Smoo
of Spider-Man.
It was the Sony Pictures universe of Marvel characters because we're trying to move away from Spider-Man and be like, these are all These all stand on their own. They're
This is
all
now-
cool new characters.
Yeah.
Sony's Spider-Man.
And then they were like, oh wait, all
My
these
question
characters.
is, how did Sony get Morbius? He's not a Spider-Man character. Did they buy
I think
the rights to Morbius?
I think it's because he originally appeared in a Morbius comic.
Ooh,
And, he originally appeared in the Spider-Man comic,
Oh, okay.
and they just got the rights.
So
to
they
it.
just assumed they had the rights
Guys,
to
this
that
is
one.
the only
Well,
one
no,
we
they
have
do.
left.
They do, and Morbius has like never really done anything.
Right.
I think when they sold a bunch of characters, I think Marvel got to like pick which characters they sold
Yeah.
initially, or at least they were like, you get these ones, and they just batched a bunch together
Mhm.
and moved them off. Because it is weird that they didn't sell Morbius with
And how do
Blade.
they still have the rights to Morbius? If don't they have to make us like a movie with?
No,
him
they just have to make a movie with Spider-Man in it.
And
They
get
have
all
to
of
make
them?
it. Then they get to hold all their stuff.
Okay.
Because otherwise, the big wheel would literally have to get his own movie for them to have
Yeah.
big wheel license anymore.
Well, because like Morbius,
They
isn't-
just have to use the IP. They don't
Yeah,
have
okay.
to use. They don't have to make a solo movie like with every single character.
That's great. Max, make sure the camera's still going.
Otherwise, we're just gonna throw this episode out because it's been total garbage so far.
No, this is a great
This
episode.
has been like one of my most
Still
fun
going.
episodes.
Pat,
Great.
that's because you've been actually awake for this one.
Guys, I'm amped up.
Guess what, Patrick? We're about to kill all your hype.
There has been no discussion of further Matrix movies after Resurrection.
So
Dagger in the heart.
after Matrix Resurrections blatantly set up more Matrix films, turns out because the movie is just absolutely
Turns out because it came out 20 years too late and was dumb,
sucked balls,
no one cared.
and it fell off a bridge and is drowning at the box office. And I think it's made less than like $50 million domestically totally, and it costs like $200 million production wise.
You
Great
can buy a
movie.
house with that money.
So
Patrick,
obviously,
I can play Forza with you now.
your favorite video. Actually, I don't think
Forza 4 is on Game Pass.
Well, does he have that?
6.
Well, 5 is the most recent one. I do have that one downloaded. That one's also on Game
Do I have
Pass.
4?
You have 4.
Cool.
They're all the same, but
Anyway,
Race
so Sam,
and lots of DLC.
Well, I got it for free.
what is even the DLC for Forza?
You get more cars. Oh, you know that the only Forza game with a Tesla is the third one, and it only has one Tesla.
It's
and
got
then
the Roadster.
Tesla sold the rights to their cars to Asphalt 8 instead of Forza.
Well, Forza had the rights to Lego cars or whatever.
No, that
so
was
I
just
don't think they
DLC.
knew. I'd rather drive a Lego car than a Tesla.
I want a Lego Lamborghini. Screw real Lamborghinis.
Can I just get a pile of Legos and just drive that in real life?
just roll around in a box of
Just roll
Legos?
around in a box of. Just stick like a.
What were we
stick
talking
a big
about?
box of Legos on a
Matrix
furniture dolly and roll
Resurrections,
around in that.
Just rolling around in a bucket of Legos.
I'll fool up.
That'd be so painful.
Pull up to the club.
You know how like some trampoline parks have the big foam pit?
Just
No,
of
fill it with
Legos.
Legos.
That
you-
sounds like
so
a
you
torture
swing
device.
off the rope into the Lego pit. It's
That
like
sounds
stepping
horrible.
on Legos for your whole body.
No, but like they wouldn't squish. They
that's
wouldn't,
like-
they
that's
wouldn't
like getting-
squish like the
you
foam
just
does.
land on
You just
top.
land on top and die.
And cut yourself open and die.
Just that pit would be full of blood.
So what you're telling me is that eventually it would be liquid and you'd
That
be
would
able to
cause
float.
new diseases to be made, Patrick.
We call it Lego.
Herpes pit.
Lego herpes.
The
New from Lego, the herpes pit.
HIV.
Shh, no,
HIV plague
no, we're not going there.
It's
Okay.
all red bricks. You can see them.
Yeah, we'll just fill it with red bricks. Maybe the spheres. You know the spheres for like the cannonballs and things. Maybe that could work.
No, I think you.
They should fill a pit with nerf.
That would.
At that
feel
point,
fun.
why would you change it from just regular foam? It's just Nerf brand
Because maybe
foam.
one kid will land on a pile of just rubber and feel slightly worse.
Well, that's if they're all in there like in a uniform pattern, which they wouldn't be because kids are jumping in them.
No, they're all tipped up.
That wouldn't affect it though, because they're still just gonna squish.
They're reset every time.
We just pull all the foam part off.
It's just tips.
They bought them in bulk off Amazon. You know, like
So they're like the crappy
The
plastic
knockoff ones.
Anyway,
No, and then once the kids get stuck in there, pull them.
Sam,
Like, nerf-
are you disappointed we will not see any more Matrix films for at least 5
I've only
years?
seen Resurrections.
Yeah.
I have
didn't even see the first one?
I've seen most of the first one. Actually, no, I think I have seen the whole first one. I've seen the first one, and I've seen Resurrections.
Well, are you sad you won't see more?
And the fact that I couldn't remember if I had or hadn't seen the whole first one should be a telltale sign of how much I care about the Matrix franchise.
I think the first one, like as a movie, I just think it's like pretty good.
Yeah. Good.
It did a lot
I
for
like-
action movies specifically, and like
I
special
like
effects
how it
technology.
blended philosophy and like action movie sort of elements together.
If you look at it on its own, it's a like pretty simple story, and it's not. There's not like a whole lot special about
Yeah,
it. It's like
what is it?
compared
Is it
to now.
Socrates the Cave? Who came up with the allegory of the cave?
Because
Talking.
everyone's done karate choreographed fights now. That's what everyone does. So it's not. If you look back on it now, it's like
Plato's.
Yeah. But like it did a lot for pioneering technology, and I think it got a lot of people like rejuvenated on the whole idea of an action movie.
It revolutionized special effects.
Mm-hmm.
It
was kind of
was the first action movie that was smart.
It was
and had more to it than just muscly dude punches.
It was the
Was
soft.
it Action Avatar?
What?
It was. So it came out in 1999, which, funnily enough, had a Star Wars movie in it, but it was kind of the soft Star Wars of its time.
Yeah,
where it had a big cultural impact, and it had a lot of impact on the way those kinds of movies were made and blockbusters in general.
Yeah.
And this new movie had an impact on how poorly you can reboot a franchise.
Yeah, the first Matrix movie revolutionized the way action movies could.
And this one
could
revolutionized how badly a movie can fail.
This one also revolutionized how action movies could tell stories in the sense that it set a new low. So
Anyway,
that's good.
so-
The coolest thing about this new Matrix movie is the Xbox and PlayStation demo trailer that they made for Unreal Engine 5. That is unironically what I believe to be the coolest part of this movie.
I don't think this franchise is gone forever.
No, it'll be back.
It's because everything in the world is IP driven.
Because
everything in the movie business is IP driven.
Because you know the name.
Yeah, I think what they'll do is get rid of the Wachowskis. They'll push them out of this thing because they were gonna
the remaining.
They were gonna make it. They said they were gonna make it without him, whether or not.
Yeah.
And one of them was like, "Yeah, sure.
I guess I'll do it.
I guess I'll do it." And then they wrote a movie about how much it sucked to make Matrix movies. But they will definitely bring in someone else, and they'll just be like, it's another Matrix story with new characters that are young and fresh, and are basically just doing all the same things, but it's cool and young and fresh now.
And Neo will still be in it,
and like a cameo.
but he'll be their mentor this time.
He'll
be teaching.
He won't fight anyone because he'll be too old at that
There
point.
will be a team of characters. They will be called the insert the number of them that there are, like 4 to 6
the
characters.
8.
Yeah, sure.
That's on some. The 7.
Yeah, the 7. And there'll be a replacement for the 1. So the 1 will be teaching the 7.
This power will be split between multiple people.
Yeah, it'll be like Shazam, but instead of saying Shazam, they just all have basically the same powers.
Sounded like Sam.
Okay. Anyway, Max
That's
is
cool,
an
Max.
idiot.
There's a set of characters called the 7, but that's totally different.
The one.
Also, The Rock isn't one of them in my pitch.
Our buddy Keanu Reeves, our good pal, good friend of the show. He donated 7. Friend of the show.
He hasn't been on the show. We just like him, so he's a friend of
We
the show.
assume he likes us, even though he
Doesn't know we exist.
Doesn't know we exist and wouldn't care if he did.
Explicitly.
Yes.
But that doesn't
We
mean
are assuming.
He's never said that he doesn't like us.
That's
We are actually
true.
related to
Watch him comment on this video, and he's one of our 15 audience members.
Australia.
He'll be like, "This is the first YouTube comment I've ever left." I didn't know what YouTube was.
Just wanted to
until
let you
today.
guys know. Love you guys.
Love you guys. Friends with you.
you guys are
Yeah, you guys are breathtaking.
Oh, that was a meme.
was
Anyway,
a meme.
he donated 70% of his Matrix 4 salary to cancer research.
That's
cool
cool.
guy.
Very
So
cool.
one good thing
Keanu
came out of
Reeves
Matrix
continues
4.
to be the best guy in Hollywood.
Yep.
Love that.
Tom Holland.
Tom Holland demanding 8-figure salary for his future roles. I mean, fair enough, though. I mean, he's
I think
Was he
he.
not getting 8 figures?
I
for
think he
Spider-Man?
got like. I think he got less than $1 million.
How many
for Spider-Man?
how many figures is 8? Is it like 100 million?
10
Sam?
million.
6 figures is a no. That's
It's like 10 million.
10 million.
Okay, that makes sense. I mean, that's still absurd, but I mean, it's
He wants low. He
insane.
wants low. So
What
he,
do you think
he won like 10 or 11.
it wasn't in Dune, Patrick.
They cast him.
He's not gonna be in Dune, Patrick. That's
won't?
Timothy Chalamet.
Same guy.
Can you look up
No, Zendaya.
Robert Downey Jr.
You're thinking of Zendaya.
Avengers Endgame salary? But so it makes sense. I know his contract that he signed was for like all the way through like when he initially came on. Yeah, so for
Some only got 200,000.
yeah. So yeah, he made only 500,000 for Homecoming.
I mean, to be fair, he was like basically an unknown.
did-
Yeah. Which is why they got him for so low, and they got
Yeah.
him on for like 7.
Why do you accept that?
Because he was an unknown.
And he got to play Patrick, if they gave you $100 to be Spider-Man in a Marvel movie, would you still do it?
I would be like, yes.
I mean, yeah.
because you'll
yeah.
get so many more roles.
What did he make for Far From Home? Or
No Way Home.
All the same, I think.
Yeah.
Because
I think
he signed for all of those.
I think
movies
it
at
went up a
once.
little
He
bit.
made $1.5 million. Spider-Man.
Well, look it up, because it probably went up a little bit.
Royalty deal was good.
Oh no, his family's like loaded. He comes from like an insanely rich family.
Patrick, how
He
do you think?
auditioned for Spider-Man in 7 different countries because he just kept flying to where the auditions were.
Everyone in
Or their dad is the producer and is also rich. Just so for context, by the way, Robert Downey Jr. got paid $50 million for every
Oh
role.
no, that's for Homecoming again.
No, that's their
That's-
bottom one.
$3 billion.
No, not bottom one. The one below the one you just clicked on.
How much?
Go up. Go up. Go up one more. That's for Homecoming.
again.
Gosh darn it.
I think Homecoming is the only one we know for sure. Probably then.
Okay, actually, scroll down. That's where the article.
So he made
So
$1.5 million.
So prior to Spider-Man, let's see. This is from today, I think. Yeah. Yeah. So he would earn now he would be making $2 to $5 million for independent movies and anywhere from 5 to 10 for a leading role in traditional studio commercial film.
So that makes sense because he's become a huge name. He's
couldn't save
become a
Chaos Walking.
huge name. Yeah. Well, okay, except for that. But he's now Nathan Drake in Uncharted, which is they think it's going to be a franchise. It won't be, but they think it will. Which
So yeah. So the whole idea is for he made that Apple TV Plus movie that what was Cherry. For that he'd get paid $1 million.
yeah.
But then for Spider-Man 5, he'd get paid
I mean, that would make
10
sense.
10 to 15.
Let's compare. Has any other solo Marvel movie made that much money? Even like Civil War. How much does Civil War make?
Oh, compared to No Way Home,
Yeah.
Black Panther made more.
Okay, so how much was what's his name?
Chadwick Boseman.
Chadwick
Add my guy.
Boseman.
Fourth one down.
There we are.
He's also
Yeah. Max, what? It's a good thing you don't have a mic anymore. Okay, so Boseman made $2 million for the first Black Panther. So I mean, yeah, they were really screwing over Tom Holland.
Tom Holland got robbed.
Yeah.
This very rich celebrity got robbed. How
Well,
dare
I'm saying
they?
relative to what other
He
people
made a quarter of
in
what
his
he
field
Yeah,
are
yeah,
making.
yeah.
And
Relative to what Robert
also,
Downey
if you
Jr.
compare
was
the
making.
popularity of these two characters, Black Panther, who before this movie was a relatively underground,
Completely unknown character. Yeah.
as opposed to Spider-Man, either the most or the
No, the most.
yeah, the
most
most popular
superhero.
in the world ever.
How much did Andrew Garfield and Tom?
Way less.
Less?
Way less.
They were because weren't they? Well, other than I mean,
because Andrew Garfield they signed for $8.
yeah, and
They
then
got him
canceled
for
most.
$2,000 a movie.
Yeah. Anyways, the point is, it makes sense why he's doing that.
Yeah.
I understand.
I think that this
It's
is
a bit high, but I understand why.
salary negotiations is my guess for why he was doing that thing where he was maybe this will be the last one.
Yeah, even
'Cause
though
he was
it so obviously isn't.
He was They need to sign a new contract, and I want more money, please.
Loves being Spider-Man.
Yeah. It's his dream role.
Because he gets to come in
and he gets to play a character who's dating his real life girlfriend.
Mm-hmm. Until they break up, and then it gets to be awkward for him.
Well, hopefully they break up in the.
Well, they already are broken up in the movie, so.
That's true.
Did you not watch the movie?
You've got time, Tom Holland. Get out of there.
No, it's fake. I don't believe
his
it.
celebrity. No, his
He remembers
like
because of
5
love.
years before he even played Spider-Man in an interview, he was like, "My dream like celebrity crush is Zendaya," which just was funny because then he ended up dating Zendaya and also playing Spider-Man. Also, his favorite video game is Uncharted.
Dude, his life.
Well, it was when they made him play it when he cast.
No, this was also from an interview from like years ago. He said his favorite video game was Uncharted.
I don't know. His life is made.
His life is literally, he just like literally lives the perfect life.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways.
Like, I love 3.
So just appear. It's like, you
Wow,
are
I
now the
do-
CEO of Apple. Congratulations.
I do love Chaos Walking, the screenplay.
All right, anyways.
Oh, no.
Oopsie doopsie. All right, Spider-Man No Way Home becomes Sony's highest grossing movie of all time,
Didn't we say that last?
both
week?
internationally and domestic.
Maybe even more money?
You know, because last time we were talking about that it hit $1 billion. Now it has hit the most money ever for Sony,
Ever made in a movie.
adjusted for inflation even.
Profitable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So before adjusted for inflation, their highest grossing domestically was Close Encounters of the Third Kind.
Sure.
From ages ago.
Yeah,
the
which I know you
80s.
didn't see that one coming.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that it hasn't beat it yet, but it will in like a few days.
Yeah.
And then it's far and away past its international, which the last one was Far From Home.
Yeah.
And before that, it was
Which is
Skyfall.
crazy, especially because it won't release in China. too.
Because it won't release,
which is
which is
insane.
crazy.
Yeah. That
If it
doesn't
did,
happen.
it would be probably
It
somewhere.
could have very well become,
It would probably be closer to 150, 160.
Yeah. It could very well have been up there with
Or
Star Wars
1.5
and
billion,
like
1.6 billion.
Avengers if it had released in China.
Yeah, I think it's still the fourth highest grossing movie.
When they release it in China,
They're pretty good.
They won't.
They won't. They said no.
Yeah, they said it won't. All right, anyways.
They
First
don't like
up,
movies not made.
we
by
talked
them.
about the first. I haven't seen. Me and Patrick both have not seen.
You
this yet,
morons.
so we'll watch later.
Saw the first
Now,
8 minutes.
You big
what
old
I
box.
have seen is the complete Cobra
You've seen?
Kai
Oh, did you
season
watch
four.
the whole? I haven't finished it yet.
I watched all of it. I liked the ending of this season.
Don't
much
tell me
more
what
than
it
I liked.
is.
I won't. Well, okay.
Oh, I was gonna watch it later.
Basically, the main gist of the season is now Johnny Lawrence and Danny LaRusso have teamed up and combined their dojos, sorta, into one sorta dojo where they practice in Danny LaRusso's backyard, which apparently has a whole second section in it that he just had fenced off for no reason.
Well,
That they build a sparring deck in
Sam,
like
come
halfway
on.
through the season.
oh yeah,
Anyways,
I know what you're saying.
yeah, he's just like, yeah, we're just gonna tear this fence down. There's a whole nother yard here. Anyway, so yeah, overall, I liked it a lot actually. I liked the tournament a lot. I feel like it ended in a way that I did not expect. I felt like they didn't just do what was super obvious, which is what I thought they were gonna do.
Which is the kind of Cobra Kai thing.
Yeah, they kind of
Just do what you're
do
expecting.
the obvious thing. No, they flipped a lot of it on its head. The characters that you wouldn't expect to win certain fights actually pulled through, and it wasn't stupid. Like you were like, okay, I see why for this character's arc now is the time that they win the fight or whatever. The show did a very good job of both resolving and continuing ongoing character arcs. I thought it was very good.
Yep.
They also introduced a couple new characters that I also think have
And
been
brought
done
back-
very well. Like, if you remember, Robbie was in prison the last season, or in juvie, which basically prison.
Oh, the little kid.
Yeah, I thought the little kid's character was done very well.
Yeah,
'Cause you
I
can-
found him annoying at first, and then I saw where they were going. I
But
was
yeah,
like, this
you
is kinda
see
interesting.
that he was like bullied a lot, and it sort of drove him to become this very aggressive person. It's a very they handled a lot of the characters very well. I liked it a lot.
Anyway, but the real point is,
The only part of the ending I didn't. Do you care if I spoil the ending?
yes,
Okay, there's a part at the very end that I found very dumb. Also, bringing back the one character with the ponytail,
from Karate
that
Kid
guy's
3.
dumb. That character's dumb. I don't like
I
him,
do like that they say he was high on cocaine for all the Karate Kid 3.
which is fun.
I was like,
'Cause-
yep,
Yeah, obviously.
he would be.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that he's like this maniacal piano playing sort of like mega genius character when like he's like obviously just a lunkhead who had too much money. And again, they play that up a lot at the very end of the show.
Like
he's like, I had this master plan, and I'm like, no, you didn't. You did not have this master plan. You just randomly decided you wanted to do this like a couple days ago. That part was kind of dumb.
The real point is will Cobra Kai get picked up for 6?
Oh, absolutely. 7? No, they set it up for another season, and they actually set it up.
They already filmed.
They set it up very well.
They already filmed season 5.
Yeah,
so that's coming out probably like summer, fall this year.
Like when the last season ended, I was like, I guess we're getting another season. When this season ended, I'm like, okay, I'm invested. I actually want to see the story continue.
And the creator has said that 5 won't be the last one.
That's a lot, but okay.
Which makes me like, maybe it's time to wrap this up.
Yeah. Okay, this isn't Game of Thrones.
Get it?
This is about some kids punching each other.
The kids.
Also, the actors are they're getting a little old.
Oh yeah,
these characters.
They're very obviously not teenagers.
No, yeah, no. Robbie and his new, I guess not new. Robbie and his girlfriend are like, they 30? Sexualize them a lot, and they're still high schoolers, which
minors.
Is weird. Like, yeah, the man service. What is it? What is the female version of fan service? The last couple episodes. The last
male. What are you talking about?
Okay, and in the last fight, Robbie literally his like clothes start coming off like in the middle of the fight, and then he just rips his whole shirt off.
That's because they made him get abs for that terrible like She's All That remake.
Yeah, and then also the guy he's fighting. Also, just is like, I'm gonna rip my shirt off too. Ooh.
They must have realized they're growing a large female demographic.
Yeah, and it's very obvious that is the case.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, overall, I like this show a lot. I think it was very good. This is probably my like second or third favorite show I've seen this year so far.
Then
this year, I'm counting
4 days in.
I'm counting. Okay, well, this year, first favorite.
Technically, the season came out last year on New Year's Eve, so we're good.
Yeah,
favorite show 2021. You say?
Yeah, I'd say relative
number one, of course, being
Arcane.
No.
Yeah.
Sam, I thought you really, really, really loved Jupiter's Legacy.
On Earth is Jupiter's Legacy.
I pulled the show out of my butt.
No, Arcane was by far and away the best show last year.
No. We know you
it
loved.
Wasn't even close.
You loved Awesomeness TV's next top influence.
My two favorite shows from last year were Arcane and the second season of Jobless Reincarnation, which I know you haven't seen and will never see.
What does that even mean?
I'm not even going to bother explaining it to you. Arcane was my favorite show from last year, and it's still
everyone's loving that show, and I haven't watched it yet.
I would say this show, compared to that show,
after Cobra
it's like
Kai.
one below.
So where's this show compared to like the CW fight?
The only show Patrick's ever seen.
Takes a big fat poopy dump all over the CW verse.
Yeah, okay, so
This season was like as good as like Arrow season 2. Yeah. Yeah, that was before it wasn't terrible. All right. Anyways, I think anyone else have any thoughts on Cobra Kai? Max, did you finish the show? Tucker, what part are you on?
Episode.
Okay, so you're almost. You're
I
one episode away
watched
from the end.
Arrow when I was like 13. I don't know. How old was I? Probably
I've
like
never seen
13,
Arrow.
14. I don't know. I watched it when I was young. And whenever I was watching it in the living room, I would flip to something else whenever a parent walked in because like half the time they were doing a sex scene.
Cool. All right. Thanks.
Stephen Amell did have his shirt off.
A lot.
Probably 70% of that show's entire
See, there's got to be a word for that. Like, what is the what? You know, like usually fan service is like when the girl is like in a
optimizing the female gaze.
No, that's like
sexualizing a 40-year-old man.
That's like when you get better at female fan service. Is it just female fan service? Or is it just still fan service?
I think it's
the word fan service
I think
isn't
it's
really
just fan
gendered,
service.
so I guess it's still just fan service.
Yeah, you know, maybe the guys like it too, Sam. You know,
hey, yeah, maybe for the girls and the gays, you know. That's what they say, right?
Dad, trust me. It's not what you think.
Dad, it's a superhero show. Oh, what powers does he have?
He shoots.
He shoots good.
He's got a big arrow, Dad.
he's got really big arrow.
Anyways,
all right. Is that it? What else we got? Rumor time.
Mm-hmm.
Why does it keep doing that? That's weird. DCEU continuity is undergoing huge changes after the Flash movie. Yeah.
So
this isn't really a rumor. Let me just
to give you a bit of an outline. So
Facts time.
yeah.
So
Facts time.
So after the
Facts.
Flash, which we all know was gonna do time travel multiverse stuff, right? We know they're bringing back Keaton. So the plan, apparently, is that this is Ben Affleck's last movie. After this, he's gone. Okay.
There we go. I fixed it.
So
Facts time. All
after
facts
this Flash movie, Affleck's out, Henry Cavill's out, Ray Fisher's out.
Ray Fisher was so good.
All the Zack Snyder stuff is out. So Man of Steel, Batman,
save
Superman,
for Ezra Miller maybe
Justice
being
League.
the Flash.
that's all out.
Yeah.
So the new canon will be Michael Keaton, his Batman movies, Batman and Batman
Are
Returns.
recanonized.
Yeah. Wonder
Batman
Woman,
Begins?
Wonder Woman 1, not 84, just 1.
Just one.
Aquaman and Aquaman 2.
That's fine, I guess.
Shazam, but I guess a slightly different version because Superman and Batman didn't exist. Because
Yeah.
Superman's in it. But I
Well,
guess
from the shoulders
they'll
down.
just pretend that part didn't happen.
Yeah.
Maybe
Maybe it was just Supergirl and
maybe Birds
different
of
outfit.
Prey, the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad.
Yes.
And all of the stuff passed. So like the new Aquaman, but not the Batman.
Not the Batman.
Not the Batman.
That's its own
So
thing.
they're gonna have to put out like a chart so I can keep track of this.
Oh, they did, Patrick.
Movie time.
Here you go. Just for you, Patrick. Super easy to understand. This makes sense to you, right? This is all. This makes sense.
Oh my gosh, they published this themselves.
You understand what this is, don't you, Patrick?
I thought that was like a fan made.
No. This is official.
Real.
This is a real map of their universe.
That's terrible.
So let me explain this since we have extra time, since we have no news. Each Earth has a corresponding Earth on the opposite side, which is its mirror. By the way, this map does not include the now canon negative New 52 universe, which is everything that is impossible. This universe merely captures everything that is possible. I'm not going to explain that. Earth 0 here is the prime Earth, which its opposite is Earth 33.
Can you not find an HD version of this image?
This is from their official website.
Roll up.
This is just a
It's that one.
Okay, but okay, I'll go back to that one. This is the Rock of Eternity. Okay, the House of Heroes is sort of like a multiversal Justice League hall thing. Don't worry about these two; those aren't important. There's all these different worlds, and they all have some of them just like haven't been. They just didn't come up with stuff for them yet, so it's just a question mark.
What is
still.
the bleed?
That's an Earth where I don't remember. It's another Earth. Well, let's see what its opposite is. Maybe that'll give us some
The
clues.
other bleed.
Its opposite has a face. has a face for some reason, and a mouth and eyes and eyebrows and a band-aid.
So Earth 26 is Blue's Clues, guys.
Here's KWYZZ, which is this blob in the bottom right at the bottom right corner. Here's the bleed again with an 8. This one's got an 8 though, and it looks like it has no continents. These two Earths, they didn't even put anything. They didn't even bother here.
Oh my god!
This is the Earth where the Soviets won.
That's the Soviets.
And this is I assume the one where the Nazis won, but they didn't put it in here because they hadn't come up with that yet. This one's got an X on it.
That one maybe it got
That one's
destroyed.
X'd out. This one is just blue, so maybe it flooded or something.
Well, that's phenomenal.
Let's go on to the more complicated map now. So this here is just the Earths, right? These are all the Earths.
Right.
Outside of the Earths are the realms that exist outside of the multiverse.
Oh,
so
good.
these are just like the more godlike realms. These you can't read them here because this is a really low quality image. But here's like where God lives, like the Christian God. There's one where the Greek gods live. There's one where the new gods live. Apocalypse is on here as well. This is the realm of Dream. Death is on here as well. Those are different.
That's from the comic.
But whenever when all the multiverse dies, Death will lock the door to Dream, and it will never be used again.
This is really cool. I'm glad
then
this
outside
exists.
of that, there's the thing called this is Destiny. He's the guy who flips the pages that has all the story of all the everything on it.
Because it's a comic book.
No, it's a book that's bound by leather, but it's a beast that existed before time.
The bit is he's flipping pages and it's in a comic book sound. It's not that complicated.
They should make a whole
Anyways,
movie about
the stuff outside of this is called the
Just
Source.
a documentary explaining how this works.
It's called the multiverse.
So do you see this rainbow at the edge?
Yeah.
That's called the Source Wall, okay? Only 2 characters ever in comic history.
Actually, no, canonically this is gone now.
That's gone now. Don't worry about it.
And there's infinite universes now.
Anyways, well, yeah, but they all exist in here. That's not important.
No. There's more outside the source wall.
Well, that's the negative New 52. Again, that
No. That's not like the.
it's its own thing. Anyways,
None of it makes sense.
2
That's the point.
characters haven't gotten past the Source Wall. That is Kyle Rayner, the White Lantern, and
Kylo Ren got past? What?
Kyle Rayner. He was made before Kylo Ren. And Cosmic Armor Superman, who only got past it because he was created outside of it. Let's talk about what's outside of this now. There's this thing called the Monitor,
Let's go back to the movie, real
which
quick.
is the brain that progenitates all ideas, and living concepts exist there. Like wrath, war, all those things, right? That Cosmic Armor Superman is stuck there in an eternal battle with the concept of like anger or something. Yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, anyway. So, to clarify, this new Flash movie, it's Batfleck's final appearance.
Yeah, so next time you go, I wish they had a map for me so I could understand all this. Know that there is one, and it's even more complicated than
So,
if there
Ben
wasn't one.
Affleck, after this, will be gone. He'll never be back as Batman.
Right, because he's going to die.
Yeah. Henry Cavill will appear in the movie via archive footage on like a TV in the background.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, Warner Brothers just hates the guts of Henry Cavill
All of a sudden.
and will just refuse to put him in anything. They're going to form a new Justice League that will be
The Justice
the
Society.
Flash, Supergirl, Batgirl, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, and Shazam.
What if everyone hates?
Then they'll pivot on all
Then
of
they'll
this.
backtrack again.
Then they'll go, guys,
And they'll go, Batgirl has a time travel watch or something, and she's going back in time. She's gonna make another new
They're gonna do
No.
time travel.
No, Pat.
Third.
No, they'll just pivot hard into the Batman.
Realistically, what they'll do is they'll go, everyone who doesn't like this is actually sexist, and they'll just keep
They'll
doing
just
what
keep
they're
doing
doing.
it, yeah.
And,
Either that, or if it's big enough backlash, they'll pivot into the Batman verse and make
and they'll
movies that
just,
exist in
they'll
that
just
universe.
abandon everything they have.
That's probably their best bet at this.
That's what they should have done, and they just aren't doing.
Nope. Okay.
Yep, they're very smart over there.
And also, so Batgirl will basically be the new Batman.
Yeah.
Michael Keaton will they're basically going to do Batman Beyond, but in present time, and instead of Batman Beyond, it's Batgirl.
Yes.
So wait, there's
No, Batgirl is different than Batwoman. Those are different characters.
And Batman's going to be working with Black Canary from Birds of Prey, so that will also kind of be canon.
Yes.
Their 95% male audience will love this.
Okay. Supergirl will also be the new Superman. Superman will just have never existed.
Well, no,
It'll-
Shazam will basically become Superman.
No, but Supergirl will replace Superman. Like
As
there won't be a
his equal, yeah.
Yeah, there will not be a. They'll in their new world, Superman never existed. There was only ever Superman.
Well, no, he existed. And
No,
he's
no,
just
no.
less relevant.
No, he's just not there.
Just gone.
No, he's gone. Now it's just Supergirl.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're also gonna do a Blue Beetle movie, right?
Yes.
That's going to theaters. They're also doing.
I thought that was HBO Max exclusive.
No, it was, but now it's going to theaters.
Okay.
So that's going to theaters, but the Batgirl movie with multiple famous actors in it, that's going direct to HBO Max.
that
okay?
makes sense.
Yeah, you're getting.
I'm understanding.
You're getting all this.
I'm understanding the reasoning behind all
You're
this.
getting. This is so clear to you. They're also doing the Batman movie, which is its own universe.
Totally separate. From
That
others.
will still be Batman, but that will be Robert Pattinson. That will not be Ben Affleck or Michael Keaton.
If that
Okay.
movie is good, they're gonna pivot so hard, abandon all of this, and then just pick up
Okay.
the new Batman.
I feel like they just keep pitching
Shh,
these
I'm not done.
multi-universes
I'm not done.
and then just abandoning them right after.
So they're also
whenever Google comes out with a new service, that's decent.
Yeah.
they're also doing a Ta-Nehisi Coates, J.J. Abrams produced Superman movie with, of course, Black Superman.
Mm-hmm.
that will also maybe be in its own universe.
That'll be in its own universe.
But that could also be in this new universe. It could just be their version of Clark Kent who now arrives on Earth now. Or it could be in the Batman universe, and that's their Superman.
Or
it's on its own, which is the most likely thing.
Their best bet right now is to make the Batman verse and then just include the new Superman. Hopefully it's not bad, and include that in this.
Now, along with all of the characters they're keeping, which is only a selective few from the old universe and this new universe, some versions of all their movies will be canon because some events will have just plain old never happened, like all of Justice League and all of BVS.
yeah.
But also, the ones that are intrinsically tied to characters that are no longer in the universe will be different.
Mm-hmm.
So they might be keeping, say, General Zod, but he never fought Superman now. But it's still Michael Shannon.
Right.
But he maybe fought Supergirl.
Yeah.
In the show. While we're ahead.
The point is that DC is full of absolute brain-dead morons who have no idea what they're doing
And
or
on
where
that
to
note,
go.
guys, thank
Thank
you
you
for
everyone for
watching.
listening.
Wow,
We'll
this
see
is
you
a
next
really
week.
Short
Honest
episode.
podcasting style.
Max, they still can't hear you. Bye-bye, everybody. Patrick, can you end the camera for me?
How long was that?
3, 2, tell me when you end.